grace. Oh Lord, I thank you for your grace.
The Bible says that the grace of God is sufficient for you. Are you a believer in that grace? Let's show it. For all your blessings in my life.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sunny Encounter. It's my pleasure being with you. My name is Emmanuel. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you so much for all of you that have been sharing our videos, sending it worldwide. I appreciate that so much. It's such a good feeling. So much love it, and we are growing. We're still growing, and one day we get to the top of the list. But I appreciate everything you are doing. And for those of you, maybe very few, who have not subscribed to this program, please take the next 5 seconds, you hit that subscribe button there and the bell, so that anytime you send out a video, you'll be able to get it. It's such a good feeling being with you. Thank you so much. And let me give you two beautiful definitions of two words today. And that is the definition of complete and finish. When you're in a country or in a community, anywhere in the world, you feel so free, express yourself, walk around, go out anytime you want, night or day, to restaurants, the bar, and the nightclubs, to enjoy yourself and have a good time. You are complete. When you're in so many, a country or a community, you cannot go anywhere. Bad roads, no light, no water, no security. People are killed and men. You are finished. When you are somewhere, people are valued the cows more than the human beings. People are killed, children, women, and all kinds of people are killed freely without consequences. In the places like in Nigeria, if you're in such places, you are completely finished. Nigeria is a country where we have a president they call Buhari, and Buhari is what do I say it? In a country who don't value human beings. They value more cows than human beings. A country, each time you go there, the teachers are on strike, doctors are on strike, civil servants are on strike, or whatever thing you do in Nigeria, most of the time, except like maybe the market women, every time you go there, somebody's on strike. Sometimes the taxi drivers are on strike, the ballers are on strike, nothing is moving on. And this is a country God has blessed with a very big quantity of petrol and other mineral resources. Very people with very shallow and idiotic thinking. They come in, they don't care how people complain. They don't care whether people are crying or wailing or whatever thing that is bothering you. They don't really care. They do whatever thing they want to do, and pushing the country into a suicide slide. Whatever happens, they don't care. Whatever is the result and the consequences, they don't really care. They do what they want to do, sell the oil, share the money. Even Buhari himself has said it. He budgeted the money, and people sat on the dining or the lunch table and shared the whole petroleum money. And what did he do? He didn't do anything, because that was his brothers and his sisters, his siblings, just sharing the country's money, and whatever happened to 200 million people is not his business. If you are doing something that more than 70 to 90% people are rejecting what you are doing, the honorable thing you're supposed to do is to resign. Get down from that government office, let somebody who can do better than you take over. Take over and take care of the people. Create jobs, create schools and hospitals for people. Very small things to do that will cost you also little money. But they don't care. They keep doing the same thing they are doing. When somebody who started a problem is telling you that he will solve it, what do you expect? Expect a miracle? Never. It will never happen. Somebody who created trouble and tell you he has the solution. He doesn't. Because when you're doing the same thing over and over again expecting a different result, you need a psychiatric hospital. Because you should remember that you're going to get the same result. Unless you make a change, a positive change too. That's the only way you get a difference. And let me tell you, the most troubling part of it now is the way they disregard the anger, the callous behavior Buhari is having towards the Easterners, the Igbos in particular. Every time threatening them that he will treat them the way he had treated them the time he was fighting the Nigerian Civil War we call the Biafran War. Where they went there, they bombed churches, they bombed schools, they bombed hospitals with no consequences. Most of them are supposed to be in jail today, but they are enjoying themselves as millionaires, spending the country's money without any consequences, so corrupt, like thieves and armed robbers. And as if that is not enough, they send out their own brothers to kidnap, to kill, and to rob children, women, elderly people, and get away with it. And they think that that will continue forever. He said that he fought the bloodiest war in Nigeria, and again, he has the bloodthirsty, he's still bloodthirsty, he wants to fight again, but he forgets, or rather he's forgetting, that Nigeria and the world we are today, we're in the 21st century and things have changed. The way war was fought in 1967, 68, 69, 70 is not the way war is being fought today. People are fighting it differently. The world is advanced, things have changed. And he still has that mental thinking of 60s and think that is something he can do today. That will tell you that he's daydreaming. He doesn't know where he is. They say that a clever trick works but once. A clever trick, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, can only work once. Because the next time you try it, the second time you try it, what was an advantage become an obstacle. So people have to know that. Even though the Igbos today, they are suffering, complaining, they are not listening. The Fulanis are not listening. They think that they are born to ruin, to destroy people's lives, to destroy the Igbos. They have to stop, and stop right now, because their own time is ticking. It's ticking so fast that it may come when they may not have home again in Nigeria, or they may not have somewhere to run to, because people are getting angry. And when you push people to the wall, they have nowhere to go in order to fight back. So that's what people need to know. And that's what people need to listen to. And listen to it right now, really fast. So, you have a country, all the ministers, all the judiciaries, all the civil services, anything you can think of. The leadership in Nigeria now are in the hands of the very few people that not up to 3 million people. They are messing up the life of over 270 or more than that in Nigeria. They allow the herdsmen, their own people, walking around with the AK-45, killing and maiming and raping, destroying people's lives. Nobody is arrested, nobody is put in jail, nothing happens to them because Buhari has asked them to do that. He comes out and says one thing, and back in his mind, he has told his people what else to do. Let me tell you, if you have the interest or the feelings to go to Nigeria today, and you want to be safe, very, very safe and be happy, let me tell you one thing you shouldn't do. Don't compete with the government. Don't compete with the government in the sense that don't drive good cars. 100 beautiful cars in Nigeria. Number 2, don't steal or rob or kidnap in Nigeria. Number 3, do not at any time saying that you can go out in the night or to any restaurant or to any nightclub, because if you are doing any of these things, you are competing with the government. The Nigerian government now has taken it exclusively, it's a kind of monopoly, to kill, to encourage killing by their own people, to encourage the Fulanis and the herdsmen to go out there and do whatever thing they want to do, to steal, rob, kidnap. Then if you get involved in any of those things or you're driving a good car, you are competing with the government and you'll be really in big hot water. Don't compete with the Nigerian government. Allow them, they are doing it alone until the time somebody or circumstances will stop them, and everybody will start blaming themselves or blaming God. There is a time, a limit for everything we are doing in life. Anything in human life, there is a limit for it. It cannot go forever, cannot be happy forever, cannot be sad forever, cannot be in pain forever. There is a limit for anything. And one day you say, oh my God, I wish I knew this earlier. People have been crying, people have been wailing, people are in pains, and Buhari government doesn't want to do anything. It's better to listen now, because everything has a limit. Whatever is your goal in life, it has a limit. So good things don't last forever, bad things, they do not last forever. So you better know it now. A man was arrested. Let me tell you another interesting story here. A man was arrested in a ladies' restroom, and they asked him, why were you in the ladies' room? The man said, well, I was in the men's room and I heard a lady singing, come and see what the Lord has done for me. And he left the men's room and walked into the ladies' room to see what the Lord has done for the lady. Now he got himself in trouble, in a very big trouble, very big hot water. So now they are correcting him and telling him, well, that's not what you're supposed to be. And now he's in trouble. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm just telling you, for everybody to be careful and for everybody to know that one day each and every one of us will give account of what he's doing. And I'm telling you, the Easterners, the Igbos, the Yorubas too in the Western region, because I know they are getting some shares of this violence in Nigeria. All these killings and raping and kidnapping of our brothers and sisters in the Southwest are also getting some piece or pieces of them. Everybody should take heart and keep your eyes open. Be vigilant, because the time is coming. By the grace of God, all of us will turn around and say, hey, happy survivor, my brothers and sisters. Right now, I'm calling up the youth, the young adults. This is your time. I say it every time. Most of my video programs, I call on the youth, on the young adults, because this is your time. This is your time. When you look at what is happening in Nigeria today, happening in the whole world, it's all about the youth and the young adults. If you stay so quiet, if you say, well, what can I do about it? You have something to do about it. Fight for your future. Don't allow anybody to take it from you. You know the hearing, they say that you cannot be insulted unless you give somebody permission to do that. Nobody can ever insult you unless you give somebody the permission to do that. Think about it. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you for subscribing and sharing this program. Please send to your friends, make it go viral, send it worldwide. This is about you and me and our future. Thank you so much, and God bless.
Most hated person in the world is the person that speaks the truth. And people will not want to listen to the truth because they do not want their illusion destroyed. Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, I think enough is enough. We need to address the main issue now. Where are we? The role of government in governance is to protect lives and property of the people and to provide welfare for the people. Mr. Speaker, we have failed woefully in all this. My other colleague here, Sununu, said over 70 people were killed. My dear colleague from Oyo State said over 50 people were killed. Somebody from Imo said their people have been killed. Go to the northeast, north central, northwest, southeast, southwest, south. Our people have been killed. What are we doing in government? It is important we address this, Mr. Speaker. Is it the time when we have fighter jets moving here and there that we will address this issue? Something has to be done.
Nigeria can continue as one?
Yes.
Not if it continues this way. Not if it fails to decentralize. Some people use the word reconstruction, some people use the word whatever, but if Nigeria fails to decentralize, and I mean to decentralize as fast as possible, manifestly, not as rhetoric, then Nigeria cannot stay together. Again, it's not Wole Soyinka saying this. Everybody said it. Generals have said, ex-head of states have said it, politicians have said it, analysts have said it, economists have said it. And sometimes we get that, and that's what's happening to people in the streets. That's where they're moving. That's why they're demonstrating. That's why they're defying even threats from the police, from the government. If you demonstrate, you're a threat to us. If you do this, we'll deal with you. We'll talk to you in language which you understand. It doesn't wash with anybody any longer. Because if the nation is on a suicide slide, the people who feel that they do not deserve that kind of suicidal plunge, they have a right to say, sorry, I'm getting off this plane.
I was told, if you are a Nigerian, learn to part ways with freedom unless you can afford it. Forget the goosebumps you feel when you hear, or the teardrops in your eyes when you sing the national anthem. I was told that feeling does not exist. I was told there were men who fought for a nation, not you. You didn't grow up to know a nation. You have nothing to fight for. This is not even a fragment of your imagination. There is no freedom here. This is not a democracy, maybe just a demo for crazy. So explain to me, how can you tell me to be free in a dungeon for the mad? Where is the Nigerian dream? I wake up to hear the goal of an average Nigerian is to leave his home to find a home in a strange land. This has now become a home where the wrongs are now right, and the unity in our diversity have become bloodlines, where we beg for our most basic need, but they concern themselves with what we now call ourselves, always missing the point. Yet you ask me to be a patriot. But how can I love a nation that has never loved me? They say a head full of fears have no space for dreams. We fit even sleep, talk less of dream, when we live in constant fear for our lives, for our future, for the country we grew up to call home that we no longer recognize. The Nigerian dream is no longer a prize. There's fire in the north and blood in the east, and there's a big mess in the once wild west. No father for a son, no mother for a daughter. The breasts of mothers are heavy with milk, but no child to feed. It's June 12th today, and I still can't tweet. Where is the freedom when the only language they understand is silence? They say shoot for the stars, but no one aims for the stars while running for their lives.
We can no longer go backward. We must move forward. And I said that when you talk about change, the only thing that can bring a lasting change in this country is the implementation of the national conference, that all Nigerians gathered to come up with a document and say that if we begin to do things this way, we'll change this country for better. These people who are talking about change refuse to participate. they say they will not implement it. So what change are they bringing? Every time you listen to them, you see the bitterness in their hearts. Bitter, anger, as if somebody has taken their property. Venom. And I said that, look, you cannot give what you don't have. If you don't have a peaceful heart, a friendly heart, you cannot bring peace to people. For you to bring peace, you must be somebody who can forgive. Somebody who preaches peace. It's not somebody who will ask people to go and kill that will bring peace. It will bring crisis to us. Especially now that society is so sophisticated and small, light arms and small weapons are all over the place. You set this country ablaze. And we will not go back to those primitive days. This country must move forward.
I thank you for your grace.
Oh Lord, I thank you for your grace.
For all the wonders you have done, Jesus, I thank you for your grace.
Oh Lord, I thank you for your grace.
You anointed my lips to sing your praises, Lord. I thank you for this grace.
Oh Lord,
Mighty God,
I thank you for your grace.
oh yes, Lord. Sometimes I wonder where I'll be without your love. Sometimes I wonder what I'll do